I'm here to talk just briefly. In addition to the pyramids and the yarn bomb and the beautiful art on the street that you're going to be able to see and listen to from the artists on a map on our website, this year we're also presenting the WAP V-Fest. That's the Wheaton Arts Parade Virtual Festival. And it's live on our website every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And we're going to have all different kinds of incredible performances from local arts organizations, students, artists. So we've got different theme nights, film night. Students respond with some really heartfelt, incredible, relevant material that has just been recorded new. We also have Strathmore artists in residence, so we have a night at the mansion. And so we have a puppet company. The puppet company's got a Rapunzel at 10:30 on Saturday morning. The whole schedule is on our website at wheatonartsparade.org. I also want to tell you about a really special event. It's the Wheaton All-Stars. And what that is an extra special concert of new material from a couple of local musical legends. Some you may have heard of, some I think are the county executive's favorites, maybe like you may have heard of the Nighthawks, or Root Boy Slim All-Stars, or Mark Noon and the Rhodes Tavern Troubadours, or Ratso with Lunch with Bob and a bunch of others, and it's all emceed by Mark Seagraves. So check that out. That's on Saturday, October the 3rd. All programs are at 8 o'clock on our Facebook Live and our website. You can interact. And what I really want to do now is stop talking. The only other thing I want to say is that you need to get out and vote.
The world is going through significant change. What is happening is that our air is being polluted, the weather is increasing, and the sea level is rising.
I think living in Maryland and us being so close to like the East Coast and all that, I think sea level rising is it's a very big threat to like the area we live in, because there's a lot of population in a lot of cities that are nearby the water, and if the sea level rises too much, then that could cause destruction and a lot of bad things to happen in our area.
This has been happening over a long period of time, and because of this result, the earth is getting hotter, our ecosystems are being destroyed, and there's deforestation happening all around us. These are some of the things that have been the result of global warming. We spoke to a climate activist to get their take on the situation.
Well, right now we're starting to see the effects. Obviously, like in the environment we live in, like where we live, Maryland, United States, we're not seeing the effects as much as communities that are like in poverty and like more like in just worse off places than us. They've started to see the effects more. Like in the Philippines, they live on like trash heaps, and like I don't think we have started to see the effects, but we're gonna start to see the effects. And actually we've started to see the effects like every day. Like it's not just global warming, it's all the like extreme weathers we've seen. So like the whole polar vortex, that was part of climate change. Like that's not normal stuff that's supposed to happen. So like we're still affected. Like the California fires, even though that wasn't here, that's still something that's close, and that's still affecting us. That's still part of extreme weathers. What's another example? just like flooding that's happening. There's just like all these extreme weather stuff that's affecting every single person. It's just going to get worse and worse because this is just the beginning of the problem. And it's like, imagine in a year the weather that, like what weather it's going to be. It's just going to get worse if we don't like start working on the problem.
We are here, standing strong, standing strong.
I've done a lot of research on extinction rates based on climate change, and I think that if we don't do something right now, we're not going to have anything to do later on. We have to start now. We have 11 years.
11 years. That's based on the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's most recent report, saying that we have until 2030 to keep global warming at a manageable level.
We have reasons to believe that if the world doesn't do anything about mitigating the emissions of greenhouse gases and the extent of climate change continues to increase, then the very social stability of human systems could be at stake.
Why is global warming more of a problem than it has been before?
If global temperatures rise by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit, it would likely mean more erratic weather, dangerous heat waves, rising sea levels, and dying coral reefs. CNN meteorologist Ivan.
The climate has always fluctuated. Since the Earth has been around, things like ice ages and other things that increase the temperature has been going on, but more of recent history, 1900s until now, we've been seeing more of the effects happening. Erratic weather, temperature rise, sea level rise, wildlife's dying, and this problem is starting to get irreversible. We literally don't have that much time before this problem becomes irreversible, and we have to do something about it.
It's crazy because by 2050, the Chesapeake Bay could rise by 2 feet, and by the end of the century, maybe 3 feet, and so on and so forth. So,
how will we prevent this from happening? We can start by saving energy, cutting your lights off when you're not using them, saving water by not leaving the shower or sink water running. Recycling is a huge part of saving the planet. It can help by using materials to make other disposable products and to make the world a better place to live.
Hey guys, and welcome to my cooking video. Today I'm going to be making some naan and some hummus. You can have it for lunch or at any time.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Hey, Gabby.
So, what you doing at the library today?
Just doing some homework.
Cool.
Yeah.
What class?
Math.
I like math. Math is fun. Equations, formulas, and all that. Pretty cool.
What are you doing here?
Reading my book.
What's the book about?
Bug things.
Like, what book things?
Sorry. I can't be here right now.
2 hours later.
Hey, how you doing today? Hey, did you get here, bro?
I don't know. Yes?
Me neither.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh my God. Oh.
What are you doing? Get out of here, both of you guys. This is the media center. Get out. Oh my gosh, the daycare center is right down the street. Please, get out. Do you need your mom? Do you need your dad?
Look, don't talk to me like that. I don't like that.
I don't care if you don't get out. Oh my, sisters, get out. Oh my gosh, bro. Get out of here. What is this?
This isn't the convention center?
This is in the convention center. Both of you guys out of here. Please, get out.
I was here first.
I don't care.
I was here first.
Relax. Breathe. Be still.
You've all heard the stories of a time long ago when the silence broke. Now, you must see it with your own eyes.
How will we know when the silence breaks?
When will we know? What exactly are we looking for?
It will present itself to you.
War and hell will not stand still.
History really does shape our today.
Do you have evidence for it?
Where should we go first?
Where are we going to find the seeds of resistance?
Okay, so just stay on the path, people. The bane of our existence is weeding. So to have the right stuff in here, we've got to get the wrong stuff out of here. And so that's how it works. You know, you get the wrong stuff out and then nature comes in and fills the spaces. You know, the saying, nature abhors a vacuum. We're talking about relationships that are beyond human understanding to a great extent. Don't step on the hugel bed.
People broke a lot of things during this time, and people learned how to grow new things and in new ways.
It is a lot of knowledge gained from observation, understanding the soil, the moisture, the light or the shade.
When I observe the wildlife out here, the birds, the rabbits, the squirrels, the deer, whatever, the plants, they're all making it. They have a way of making it based upon the natural things around them. So that kind of reflects on how far we as a human species have diverged from our connection to the native plant and animal communities.
Solutions to our problems are all around us. We just need to open our eyes and pay attention.
We all bring in our own experiences into these conversations, our own worldviews. And so what we're trying to do is, can we understand why someone else may have a different experience and perspective? So we try to put our own beliefs on hold for a little while. We just want to try to hear each other. So we're going to ask you to listen to someone to try to understand them.
They're really pushing themselves to listen to each other.
Nowadays, it just comes naturally. I can't imagine being afraid to speak.
If we just continue to ignore these problems, they're going to build up and they're going to stay the same, and people are going to have worse lives, and we never want our country to be at a standstill.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Once it dries, the glitter shows up better. So. That's cool.
People won't notice until it becomes something big, and that's the problem. People want to see something huge, but they won't pay attention to anything that's very on the basic level, that's very minimal. We will be the only people that will bring our own change.
We have a bunch of colors here. Each color represents a different identity. So different identities that people have can be layered on the spin art, and it's just a way to start opening the dialogue about identities in a really safe way.
If we as individuals could sort of see community issues as community things and work on behalf of people who we might not relate to as easily, that's something which I would like our county to go in the direction we're in.
So this is what a beginning looks like. The evidence that each of us is essential to each other.
Family can be more than just blood.
My ideal community would be somewhere where we're all happy, we're all living, we're all working really hard in, and we're all being contributing members to our society. And I'm not even looking for a community where there aren't problems. I'm just looking for a community where there are problems, or where people can come together and overcome those problems and overcome those differences for the greater good. I want diversity, and I want love, and I just want acceptance and an understanding that people come from different places. They have different views, they have different thoughts, but as a community, we can work to the greater good, and we can, regardless of how we feel about certain things, we're not focused on ourselves, but we're focused on everyone around us as well.
A lot of people may tell me, oh, you're too passionate, or everything is going to resolve itself on its own. No, it's not going to, because if someone doesn't say anything, then that will trigger everyone else to not say anything. It's like mob mentality. If I don't do something, if I don't give in my own share of work to something that I am passionate about, something that I know that we can change definitely, then I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
It seems like maybe they knew about us.
It seems like they loved us already. Thank you for being brave.
everybody brings up really great ideas and it's really great conversation. But the one common thing I've seen that's just like, it never really gets done. Or it never really gets done fully in terms like people don't, we can talk about going to like execute this, but like we actually need to go execute. Maybe we should build a plan and then figure out who are going to be the people who like execute this.
Right? Don't they feel better?
People were afraid so much. History was so close. No one knew things would get better.
We have no choice but to honor ourselves and future generations. And there is no staying still. The world will change. It is up to us on how it will change. Right now, there is a lot of chaos in our nation. It is part of the great duality baked into the DNA of America. America has always been the story of those fighting to advance the rights of others, and some clinging to a past to preserve the rights of a few. So this moment right now, this is America. America is the good and the bad. America is the hope and the despair. America is the tension between our future and our past. Because the history of America is long, and we are characters in America's story. We need to choose who we are going to be in America's story. That's what this moment is all about.
Allow yourself the opportunity to express yourself in this rectangular space. Find peace in this space. We are going to demand a space for ourselves to be free. I'm just going. Why? Because it feels good. That's why. Why? Is something wrong with that? I just want to encourage you to try to not think as much as possible. Give yourself your one chance in life to be completely free in this space. You know, like when you look at water hitting up against the shore, it's going in every which way direction, but yet the whole body of water has a purpose and an intent. So when we're doing this, we're one with our own nature. Are you good, man? You can find a lot of creative possibilities just from within yourself, as y'all can see plainly. For a long time, I never considered myself an artist. You know, I used to do representational work and I really worked on that, and you know, there was a time where I felt stifled and kind of bored of that, and I used to think, well, am I good enough? Am I this? Am I that? And it became more about, well, why can't I just love me? And just, why do I have to follow these rules? Why do I have to, not so much in defiance, but just, isn't there more? Isn't there more? I want you to feel okay with putting paint on paper as yourself, not as someone who has to feel like, you know, they have to be accepted, you know? This is about self-acceptance.
So when was the moment? Did we miss it?
When did the silence break?
Who broke it?
Maybe they all did.
Together they shifted the paradigm.
They rewrote the meaning of life with their living. And this is how they did it. They let go, and then they got scared and held on, and then they let go again. They let go of their deeply held belief that their lives could be disconnected from anything. Thanks to them, we have the world we deserve, and we acknowledge every day that we make it what it is. Now life, though not exactly easier, is life all the time. It's not perfect, but it does feel possible. We feel possible all the time.
If you can hear us, we are the evidence of your truth. We are the evidence of your hope. We are the evidence of your faith.
Oye, ¿hiciste tu censo?
Yo lo hice. El censo cuenta cuántas personas viven aquí y nos da dinero para cosas como almuerzos escolares y atención médica. Si no lo completamos, nuestros programas no reciben el financiamiento.
Oh, es muy importante, pero no me gusta compartir mi información.
Oh, no pueden compartirla con nadie, ni con los arrendadores, ni con la policía.
¿Puedo hacerlo por mi teléfono?
¡Por supuesto! Solo ve a 2020census.gov. Toma solamente 10 minutos.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Hollywood Beat. I'm your host, Stevie J, and we've got a fantastic show for you. Actor Christopher Bryant is here to talk about his new film. He graced the cover of Time magazine this month and is named one of the most influential people in Hollywood.
Christopher? Christopher Bryant?
Yes.
Do you remember me?
Yes, Miss Dorothy, right?
That's right. Well, look at you, all grown up. I've been seeing you on television lately.
Yeah?
Your mother must be so proud.
Yeah, she's proud of me.
Well, what can I get you?
Let me just get a coffee.
Just a coffee?
Yeah, coffee's fine.
Well, I can think of one other thing.
All right. Hello.
Look, you've got to make a decision. The stakes are high.
I thought I told you that I'd be out of town this weekend.
And I told you never to pass up on a big deal. Your career is on the line, pal.
This guy. Sweet and sour chicken?
That's right. Well, your mother used to get that for you all the time.
She sure did.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Well, look who's back in town.
Mr. Green, you still here?
Yep, Chris, I never left the place. Actually, I own the shop.
Wow.
I've been seeing you in a lot of movies here lately. You're a big shot now.
Yeah.
Enjoying the spotlight in Hollywood, huh?
You could say that. I guess so.
Well, welcome back. I'm sure your folks will be happy to see you.
Yeah, they will. Well, my mother will.
Wait a minute. I think I know what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah. Wow, Astro Man.
Yep, your favorite. And that's the last copy, a collector's item, and it's just for you.
Yo, excuse me, I gotta take this call.
Sure.
Hello?
Look, we got Charlotte Johansson to co-star, and the director wants you to be the leading man. I need to know whether you're in. Oh, and you gotta get pumped for this one. That means another rigorous workout for the role. You got that?
Yeah, okay.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, I see you're a busy man.
So how much is that gonna cost me?
No charge, son. I'm giving this to you.
What? Well, thank you, Mr. Green.
You're quite welcome. Good luck.
Hello?
What the hell are you doing? Look, we've got to make a decision now. I brought you into this business, and I can take you out. Your ass better be in LA.
I'm not.
You would never be a big shot if it weren't for me. Hello? Hello? Christopher? God damn it, Christopher?
Does anybody have a first aid kit?
My name is Rodney Gibbons, and I'm a Montgomery County Park Ranger. Here at Wheaton Regional, we have 536 acres. Tennis courts, dog parks, playgrounds. It's 536 acres of danger.
At County, you're really up against it. These young kids, they don't obey signs. They just seem to obey tweets. Maybe I should tweet the signs. Anyway, I don't know how they do things up at State. Maybe I will soon. But this is no picnic.
Dedication to Wheaton is an understatement. It's not all walks around the park. I spend most of my time here, responding to emails, answering people's questions. I got this second monitor so I can play solitaire.
Hello, ma'am. Do you have a permit?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, great.
It was pretty easy to get, too.
Alright, mostly looking at... is that a cake?
Oh, yes. It's a birthday party for my 6-year-old.
Is there sugar in that cake?
Well, it's a cake. Yeah.
It's a small price to pay for good service. No matter what problem comes up, big or small, I'm here, and that's all that matters. Ooh. Here we go. From State Parks DNR, that's Department of Natural Resources. Dear Mr. Gibbons, thank you for your recent application to mid-level park ranger at Matthew Henson State Park. We were impressed with your qualifications, and it was a difficult choice to make. Unfortunately, we will be pursuing other candidates whose qualifications more closely match our current needs. Okay, let's go see if that sign is ready. The people in this community, they work 5-6 days a week. They deserve safety and security when they come to the park, and I put in the work to make sure that happens. I'll get that call someday. My day will come.
Yes. Red Eye was the right idea. I know it was yours. You're so smart.
No, I'm just gonna catch up on some sleep and head out in a few hours. Wheaton. No, Wheaton, Maryland. Yeah, it's about 30 minutes outside of D.C. Yeah, I got a pizza. I'm just gonna eat that. You better not. You gotta work tomorrow. Alright. Hey, before you go, you want to hear something cool? Tell Billy that the hotel I'm staying at is part of a ghost tour. I know, right? How cool is that? 3 of us should come back and do this, though. Okay. I'll talk to you later, okay? Love you. Bye.
Before, let alone a haunted hotel. Yeah, I hear a lot of stuff happens here. It's gonna be so much fun.
Wheaton is a crossroads, both geographically but also culturally.
Wheaton is a town with lots of culture and lots of character.
Wheaton's a little different than some of the other places. It's, I'd say, kind of a melting pot.
These are just a few of the things the local community has to say about Wheaton, Maryland. Though it has its own zip code, 20902, and contains a population of over 50,000 residents, Wheaton is often overlooked compared to its neighboring regions in the DMV, like Silver Spring. Residents will often tell you that they initially came to Wheaton because...
We came to Wheaton, our office came because it was so central to Montgomery County.
You can get to D.C. in a half an hour, you can go to Virginia in a half an hour, so it's right off of everything.
Wheaton may be a crossroads, but there are treasures that lie within it as well.
One of my favorite stores there is the Chuck Levin's music store, and just walking through there and seeing the richness of the incredible instruments that they sell, not only to high school students, but to very advanced and accomplished musicians.
In years past, we've dealt with everybody from the Rolling Stones to Stevie Wonder and just about everybody in between.
The most fulfilling part of this job has always been selling a very nice musical instrument to someone who really appreciates it. That's really what it's all about. So when something is appreciated for the love that went into it, that's as good as this job gets.
If you are perhaps looking for something more outdoorsy, then...
Wheaton is a diverse place with a lot of interesting things to do. I love Brookside Gardens. I am an amateur photographer and go there often.
Brookside Gardens has great walking paths. There's a changing venue of vegetation. They have ponds. They have a butterfly collection. They have a nature center. And so it's just a nice place to spend like a Sunday afternoon. The Wheaton Regional Park has a carousel. It has a lot of stuff for kids. It has a train that goes around the park.
One of my first memories of Wheaton is playing tennis with my dad at the tennis bubble in Wheaton Regional Park. It kind of rises unexpectedly out of the woods when you make that turn off Orval Avenue. And it's a great place to go in both the summer and the winter.
On nice summer weekends, it'll just be packed with families having celebrations and picnics and gatherings.
That sounds great. Now, remind me, what is the best thing about Wheaton?
The people.
That's right. Wheaton takes care of one of its most valued treasures, its people, with the help of its highly regarded and well-trained volunteers of the Wheaton Volunteer Fire and Rescue Squad. These brave individuals reside in a station full of thank you notes from grateful children and their families. And wait till you hear how they celebrate the holiday season.
Well, the Rescue Squad celebrates Christmas with decorations here at the station. We also have an annual toy drive and toy distribution where we load up the ambulances and the rescue squad.
And they go out on the apparatus and deliver them with Santa Claus.
To make sure that they do get presents of their own.
As we mentioned before, Wheaton is a crossroads. Wherever you go, you'll end up here.
We take care of people of all different walks of life, with all different backgrounds. But what's really neat is how welcoming everybody is.
That being said, come join us sometime. You'll find us at the recently renovated and reopened Library and Recreation Center. See you there.
How old are you?
5.5.
Oh, I'm 6. Let's pretend, please.
I don't want to be a dinosaur.
Well, what do you want to be?
It's middle school. Grades matter.
This is my homework.
How after your band plays, strange girls grab you.
Doesn't mean anything.
Oh, it means something. You're just going to have to get used to it.
I don't want you to be a musician.
Then what do you want me to be?
I want you to get a day job.
Hey, being a musician is a day job.
I just needed to experience one night with someone different.
Hi, I'm River, your server. Of course, if you would like another server, I won't mind. Just be honest.
How can we be 30?
The rule was if we're still single when we're 40.
I hate you.
I hate you too.
Marry me?
Why do I always do the damn dishes?
You want me to do the dishes, all you have to do is ask.
I don't want to have to ask.
I'm gonna be late for my gig.
Serious? Your mom was proud of you.
Really? I don't think she liked me being a musician.
She loved you being a musician. I love you, and I really have enjoyed spending our lives together.
Happy anniversary.
It's not our anniversary.
Tommy, don't climb any higher. Tommy, don't climb any higher. Jessica, don't pull on Tommy's leg.
Wheaton's a special place to me. For those of you who don't know me very well, my family moved to Montgomery County in 1960, and we moved off of Forest Glen Road before Wheaton Plaza was built. And as soon as it was built, I started coming here. I got my first job at Embassy Father and Son in Wheaton Plaza. I went to what used to be Marchone's, but it's Filippo's. I've been buying subs there since I was in high school, which is like in the mid-60s. I used to race cars at Seagreens, which had the HO scale, the racing cars, tracks up here. I used to race up there. I bought my musical instruments from Chuck Levins. So this is really home to me. And it's really great to see the effort going into revitalization here in Wheaton. I agree with your comments about this plaza, not quite what we promised, and I'm going to work on getting some of the other things in here that we promised, because and I was surprised by this when I came here. I expected to see lights and speakers and some other things. We're going to take care of this other stuff because this is what we promised the community. But this is really a great event, and the Wheaton Arts folks have been wonderful all these years. I've enjoyed coming to your previous festivals, except when you do them in the pouring rain, which didn't work so well, so that was understandable. But on a good day, this is a great place for a parade, and I've really enjoyed the food and all the other displays and seeing all the other arts people who perform up here. So you've got a great tradition. This year is breaking tradition for a lot of people. We know this is not normal. This is also not going to last forever. And when we come out of this, this is going to be different. And this is going to be a place to celebrate. And this is going to be an activated plaza. All those things that we need are things that are going to happen here. And I'm really glad that the county had the foresight to start on this path, and that it's really going to make a difference, I think, for Wheaton in the long term. And thank you for the note about the music coming up, because Ratso and the Nighthawks, all these guys are people. Mark, these are all guys I grew up with. These are musicians I used to go see also when I was younger in the early 70s and 60s. So this is a big part, and I'm really glad to see everybody's chipping in here. We're not going to stop with Wheaton with this. We're going to continue to make sure that we encourage making this place thrive and making this place as successful as we can possibly make it. So I want you to know that I'll continue working with you. Please feel free to let me know where you think we need to continue improvements here, because it's important to get this right. And I want to make sure we get this right. And again, thank you very much. This is, great day for Wheaton, and I look forward to the unveiling and looking at some of the other goodies you've got around here. And then I'm going to go to Filippo's and buy some lunch meat. Thank you.
We are facing a health and economic crisis unlike anything we've ever seen before. But as a community, we'll do what we do best: persevere. How can we ensure that as a community we can weather this pandemic and thrive? Complete the 2020 United States Census. In doing so, you ensure that Montgomery County receives its fair share of federal funds for schools, hospitals, public transportation, and more. Help your community thrive. Help your family thrive. The world is ever-changing, and we want to be able to consistently do what's best for Montgomery County. So remember to fill out the census today and do your part to help Montgomery County's tomorrow. Stay safe, stay alert, and help Montgomery County recover by heeding CDC safety guidelines. Visit 2020census.gov to fill out your census today, or call 844-330-2020. Everyone counts in Montgomery County. The census ends on September 30th, so complete it today.